Oh yeah, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, Butter Smooth on a Tuesday. Welcome back to the Morning Mug. I am your host, Huck. This is the place where we talk about movie news, new releases, box office, and all that good stuff with a little game of this versus that to wrap it up and send you on your way. Ready to go, man. We got our, you know the drill. We got our little iced tea right there. Let's just get it cracking. I think there's no time to waste. So grab a drink, grab a snack, my friends, because it is time. Say it with me for the Morning Mug. Bob. Hey, my friends, welcome back to the Morning Mug. Now let's chat. All right, y'all, let's get it going. It's going to be a good day. This is going to be a little bit shorter because I finally started my new gig. So I can't go 2 hours like we've been going, the luxurious shows of the past 3 weeks, but it's okay. We'll pack it all into this one, maybe 115 hours, but it's going to be good. Yeah, I had a good weekend. What'd you guys do? Anything fun? Took my wife out to a mystery movie and got to see something that I'll talk about as we get into the box office and what's coming out for next week. It's pretty good, pretty fun to talk about. Yeah, let's just pop in. Let's go to the old cafe door, let him in and see who's here. Look at that. Movie man's here. What up, Dave? First of all, let's also present everyone. Let's get the morning mug style here. Here we go. Ready? Yeah, a little gold. You got to get that morning gold here. And go, shablam with a morning mug. Yeah, all right. Hit that ticker. Let's keep it kicking. Yeah, but Dave, you popping in always. Did you end up watching Stephen Colbert last night? Christopher Nolan on there. Nice. New trailer. Oh, look at that. Using trickery to spell naughty words. Yeah, noise. I have not seen that, but I will check it out when I get a little free time. Where's everyone? I don't know. Where's everyone? Yeah, it is a very small watch list this morning. Well, that's no good, but I got Dave and Mr. Moody here. Yeah, and y'all in the chat, Dave, wherever you go, there they are. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Congratulations on the gig. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Look, that's how my thing is with editing and gig to gig and casting. So I'm riding high, and then there's nothing, and then we're back on the horse. So getting back to it. Let's see. You're seeing Devil Wears Prada today. Nice. Okay. Everyone smack that like button, give me a flavor, and do it to it. Speaking of, let's see, by the way, I gotta show this off. Speaking of Mr. Moody. Look at Stone Cold, y'all. So Mr. Moody sent me this Stone Cold, and because I was talking about it on the last one, and this was a lot of fun, man. This is a very 80s super kind of like action, a little bit of cheese fest, especially when it comes to the Boz. But you could tell he took it seriously. Uh, so it was directed by Craig something, best known for like the A Team. He directed a ton of A Team. I watched the bonus features right after this, and the guy's just known for blowing stuff up. That's why they said we want somebody that does stunts and can blow stuff up. Enter Craig Baxley, right? There it is, Craig Baxley. He just popped in my head. So, yeah, and it served this movie well. The Lance Hendrickson, of course, is here as the bad guy who, he always plays fantastic villains. He's got a great look to him. They're all on these hogs, big old biker gang causing trouble. And, yeah, and mullets galore. Oh, my God. Remind me of Hard Target with Van Damme. Can't get enough mullet, baby. So thanks for that, man. That was good. That's good stuff. Osmond Pizza's here. Yeah. Do any Star Wars fan? I didn't do anything for May the 4th. I saw a bunch of, the memes popping up, which was super great. But I started my gig yesterday, so I didn't really participate. I didn't see any sales. Were there any sales? I heard there were like some Star Wars sales on stuff. And I don't know. I just didn't dig too deep on that. But what'd y'all do? What'd y'all find? Yeah, it's funny. Okay, so let's just talk a second about Mando and Grogu coming out. So, so I saw a little review just before coming on this morning. I forget who it was, maybe Dan Murrell, something like that. Dan's really good. But anyway, they were, or it may not even been him, but they were showing a clip from it. And dude, so the clip is what I was a little fearful of, which is way too cutesy. Like the scene they showed is when Mando jumps into the Scout Walker, right? And the Scout Walker's running around in the snow, and it runs underneath the big AT-ATs that you see in the trailer that are going around the mountain. You know, while you're freaking sending an AT-AT around a snow-covered mountain path. I mean, it looks cool, but come on. Like, seriously? You better have the best pilots in those walkers, is all I'm going to say. And the dialogue is hokey. Like, it cuts to the guys in the AT-AT, like, you know, where'd he go? And then he's underneath, and then it cuts back and like, he's underneath us. And I'm like, you know, I don't know. Now I'm a little worried because, you know, like, the trailer has a lot of spectacular visuals. You know, it's got like a very cinematic appeal in some of the shots. But then, you know, if it's just going to feel like a 2-hour Grogu toy commercial, I'm a little fearful. So, I don't know, y'all. Is the best of Star Wars behind us? I mean, you know, we got Ryan Gosling coming out in Starfighter next year. I feel like that could certainly toughen it back up, but we won't know until then. So, anywho, say hey to Tiger Blue. What's good, Tiger Blue? Yeah, hope all is well. Yes. Oh, this morning is totally fine. We're going Irish now. How are you, my lads and lassies? I believe, is that the correct vernacular? I don't know even what I'm saying now. Okay. Hey, look, smash that like button. Come on, man. I just did some authentic Irish talk for you just there. That demands at least a smack. Kelly is here. What is good, Kelly? Huck and friends. I'll be watching. I have an echo. Oh, no. And right heart cap today. Woof. Okay, to see how many lungs and hard to do. Well, again, positive vibes going your way. May everything be perfect and everything is good and healthy, and or at least if there's a little thing, it's something they can take care of. So much good mojo to you, Kelly. I watched the original Star Wars followed by the Empire Strikes Back yesterday. You good times. I know, right? So look, here, this is just a word to all you kids out there. When it's time for your colonoscopy, kids. That's right. When I had to do mine recently in March, I watched all the Star Wars movies. I'll just say prepping for your colonoscopy gives you the perfect amount of time to watch the 3 original Star Wars movies. It will take you that long to drink this vile stuff. Oh my God, just chugging it. If anybody's done it, you know what I'm talking about. You got to chug this liquid that, let's just say add some Crystal Light lemonade and use a straw. That's all I can tell you. But I watched all 3 of those movies. In fact, my wife walks in, she goes, "Are you watching all the Star Wars?" I'm like, yeah, I got to get ready for this thing. And I'm not just going to sit here and, you know, just gloss over YouTube for 6.5 hours. So there you go, man. So it's the perfect way to watch Star Wars. That's awesome. How do we send you stuff like, just you DM me over on Instagram is the best thing. I used to have a PO box, but nobody sent anything. So I killed that pretty quick. But it was just nice. He reached out and said, I want to send you something. You were talking about this, and I thought I want you to have this. So I thought that was super sweet. So yeah, so we do that all in private chats. So yeah, if you have something you're thinking of, you know, let me know. Hey, Huck, what up, Candace? Good to see you. Nikki is here. We hope all goes well with the doctor. That's right, man. Good mojo, positive vibes coming your way. Hey, Huck, how you doing today? Have you had breakfast? Yeah, what's breakfast today? Salad, chicken porridge, oatmeal, chicken porridge. I don't even know what that is. Salad. That's a weird breakfast. No, you know, for me on Tuesday mornings, in fact, every morning, boom, like since my daughter's been going to kindergarten before sending her off to college, I made her lunch and my wife's lunch every day. I was like Alice from the Brady Bunch, man. I had 2 sack lunches. I'm like, go. So I'm the master of that. So I'm prepping her, and as soon as I get her out the door, I just jam a bowl of cereal, and then I grab some iced tea and come in here for you guys. Because yeah, I don't have time to do cooking and all that jazz. Plus, took a shower, shaved, try to look, sweet. So yeah, that was my breakfast. Just a boring. Actually, it was mini wheats. I love me some mini wheats, but I do like some scrambled eggs too. I need to eat more of those. I think it'd be healthier for me. Steve, noise, Tiger Blue. Me and the wife did 30 minutes of A New Hope. Fell asleep on it, but I'm about to make her finish it with me. Dude, let me tell you something. This is almost exactly what happened with my daughter. Although she didn't fall asleep, it was even worse because at least your wife's probably snuggled up next to you, falls asleep, and you're like, oh, she's bored, right? I'm showing my daughter A New Hope for the first time, and we get to Mos Eisley, right? We get all the way up to Mos Eisley, and they're looking down, and you will never see a wretched hive of scum and villainy. Nailed it. Perfect Alec Guinness impression. And she gets up, she goes, I need to go to the bathroom. So I'm okay. So I'll pause it for her. Pause it. She goes to the bathroom. Take it a little while. I'm like, Brack, are you coming back? And I hear her in the back of the house, like in her room. She goes, oh, no. Like that. No. I'm like, what do you mean no? She goes, well, I'm bored. I got bored. I'm like, you got bored? So now this is when you have to back it up and go, okay, how could she have been bored? Okay, because now when we saw it, there was nothing like it. So there's no way you're gonna get bored, right? But in today's world, even at the young age she was when I was showing it, she's probably like 9 or something when I was showing it to her, maybe even younger. They've been so stimulated by video games and this and that and all this stuff that I kind of got it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got, because I've seen it like, it's probably my most watched movie ever of all time is the first Star Wars movie. But every time I watch it, it's just all like that nostalgia wave that makes me enjoy it every single time. I got it though. I got how she was bored. Not that I was, but I got how she was. However, as things would turn around, years later, we got back on, years. It was so much so that when I put the disc back in the player, it remembered where we left off. Says, would you like to resume this movie? I'm like, oh my God. It means I hadn't watched it since then. So we finished that, and then subsequently all 9 Star Wars movies. So I did get her through all the Star Wars movies plus Solo and the other one. What is it? Rogue One. There it is. Rogue Warrior. So got through, and she's fine. Like, she doesn't ever need to see him again. She goes, I don't need to see him. And I've seen them all. Check them off the list. That's all good. I'm like, okay, hey, you saw him, so we're all good. So so I wish you the same luck, Tiger Blue, with your wife, that you can get through it, and then maybe the rest. So I've been there. I've been down that road with you. Mm-hmm. Yes, can't wait. I watched Star Wars Episode 1 for my first movie leading up to Mando and Grogu. See, because I just saw all those for my prep. So I'm good. I'm good for some of that, putting on a Star Wars Episode 1 review today. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Tomorrow. All right. Look at you getting all your reviews out. I've decided to re-embrace Star Wars since I loved it as a kid. Disney's overproduction of so much Star Wars content ruined it for me for a while. It feels good. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, it does feel good. Just watching that original trilogy. And it was just a month ago. Actually, a month and a half ago. And it was great. It was fun, Like, and I got them all in 4K. So, and I hadn't even watched them since I bought them on 4K. So it was nice to plop them all in 4K, watch them, I do know that they're re-releasing the original in theaters for the 50th anniversary. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I hear ruminations that it is going to be the one that was released in 77. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if part of the Lucas deal is you can never show that original one, but oh my, how wonderful would it be that we could see that original release? I don't even care. Like, you can have the crawl say A New Hope, because they did put that on there just before Empire Strikes Back came out. But then what followed was the exact same movie. So So still technically that was the one in the theater, but let's see the non-special edition. That'd be great. Mr. Wilkie is here. Greetings, Corey. Oh, Corey, I don't know if you heard. I know you were talking about this in one of your luncheons about, you wonder if CGI versions of actors can win Oscars. Oh, it has come down already. I was watching some videos, and the new, if you watch, in fact, look up Dan Murrell. He talks about the SAG. There's new SAG rules regarding actors. So what the main rule is, an actor can now be nominated more than once in the same category. So if Leonardo DiCaprio is being nominated, I think he was up for like Blood Diamond and something else. It wasn't Titanic, but it was like the one he did with Kate Winslet, where Reed, I don't know, forget the name of it. But whoever it is, if they have two performances that are worthy and they get nominated, it's okay if they land in there twice, because other categories have allowed it. John Williams has been nominated in the same category. I think he was up for Schindler's List and not Schindler, but I know he was up for like Angela's Ashes and something else. I know that Steven Soderbergh was up for Traffic and Aaron Brockovich in the same category. So other people have had the luxury of being able to get double nominated and still won, in spite of being double nominated, because a lot of times people think, oh, you'll end up canceling yourself out. No, not necessarily true. If more people think this performance is worthy. But anyway, as part of that deal, it must be a human performance, an organic actor, human performance being nominated. It cannot be any sort of digital performance. No CGI, no deep fake, or unless a piece of deep fake is done in a flashback, that's still the actor acting. But if it's computer generated CGI version of Elvis Presley because he's passed away, or Marlon Brando, it cannot be nominated, like, ever. So there you go. So that I know was one of our talking points on one of your shows. So that has been put to rest. So there you go. Join me together. We rule the galaxy. It's chicken fried rice. Nice. Chicken fried rice. I like chicken fried rice. Corey. Hey there, Corey. I will say one of the best Star Wars things right now that I definitely recommend watching Star Wars is the Darth Maul Shadow Lord. Okay. I do love me some Darth Maul. So maybe I'll give it a peek-a-roni. There are a few Star Wars Lego sets that are on sale yesterday, but not cheap. Yeah, a sale. If it's not a sale, then it's not a sale. If you just drop the price like $10, especially those Lego things, man. One of the ones I wanted was Andor spaceship. Oh yeah, and it was too pricey. I get it, man. We gotta take them down. Let's see, honey, birthday and concert on Friday. Nice. Okay, cool. Earth, Steve, Tiger Blue, and Nikki. Yep. The first three were good. Yes, they were. Top drawer Star Wars. Yeah, I know. I get it. Like I said, I got it. Again, when we're watching it, every little thing we just never seen before. So even though it is slow, you're kind of drawn into this universe. But nowadays you can't spend that much time in a universe. You got to get going. I know, is this movie slow? I know, right? That's totally what I was thinking. I was like, you're bored? And just her door clunk, a little quiet clunk. Like she's even done talking. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna just stop the movie. Yes, we love Star Wars too. See, I'm also the proof that there's love for both. Like a good nerd loves all things sci-fi. So I'm a Trek and a Star Wars fan. There's no beef. Anybody tells you there's a beef between the two, now you can have preferences. Totally a preference. Like I prefer Star Trek over Star Wars because I grew up with that. I like the character building. Like Star Trek is more of characters and Star Wars is more spectacle. It's meant to be in the theater. It's meant to, blow your mind, and that kind of thing. That's why when it comes to TV, their TV shows aren't that great. But then again, I say that, and a lot of the new Star Trek isn't super good either. So, but still, you can love them both. It's okay. Bonnie is here. Good morning, Bonnie. How are you? How are you? Look at that. Nikki and Bonnie. So you guys get your chairs right next to each other, man. See all that royalty sitting right there. So good. Not yet. Not yet. But I will check it out. Princey is here. What is good, old Prince Master? Sneaking at 11 p.m. Whoa, goodness. Look at that. Oh, is that a Prada shoe in your thing there? Princey, thank you for being here at your late hour. Sue says hi. Hello, Sue. Sue, are you still okay? I'm running that thing. Is it just silly? Are you worn out? Are you tired of seeing that? What's Sue gonna get? Should I shelf that? You're like it was cute for twice, but let me know. I know that the fans love it. They're always asking what's Sue going to get, but I will respectfully shelf that if the lady herself is like, okay, it's run its course. Let's put what's Sue going to get on the shelf. I do it because I love you. So let me know. What up, Mike? What's up, Eli? What's good, man? Don't forget to slash that like button. Please do. Smack it, attack it, do all kinds of yakking it. See, by the way, is everyone aware you're talking to Chicken Boy? Hell yeah, they are. The one and only. No one does poultry like this guy right here. That's right, Chicken Boy, man. How did I not get nominated for Best Supporting Actor? Kiyu Kwan, move over. This guy. Eli had to hop on here at midnight. What? Nice. Well, is it 11 or is it midnight? Wait, didn't you say it? Yeah, it's 11 p.m. Now it's midnight. Wow, what is it, man? Are you just making up times? Where are you at again, Prince? I'm going to see if I have you in my... See, let me show you something that's so cool. What I love about all you guys from all over the world is I have created my world clock on my phone. So every time I learn where we have new people, I add it to my phone. So I'm curious. So in here... we got Paris, Adelaide, Melbourne, Chicago, Warsaw, Rome, Manila. Now, a couple of these are in here. Rome, it was in there because I flew there for vacation last year. Honolulu, Los Angeles, Montreal, Helsinki, London, and New York. So all of these times have been put in here. When I learn, I have someone from a new time zone. And I love that. I love seeing all these, where everybody's from. Steve-O, here I am, staying late. Let's go, Princey. Let's go, Princey. Who else gets to sing to you guys and put your name and stuff? Nobody else does that. No. You can look and you can try to find them, but they're not going to do it. They're not going to talk to you like this and sing along and make up stuff and do pitch perfect impressions for you guys. Who else is going to do that? Nope, just this guy. Go ahead, throw one out. I'll do an impression right now and nail it. Morning, Mom. Yay. Mama Juggalo. Doo-doo. Let's see. We need an updated room to do you now. All right. Because it's so small. It's not too different. But yeah. Okay. I can hang with that. Maybe when this gig sort of runs its course, it'll only be a 4-weeker. So hopefully there's something waiting for me right after that. But if there's a downtime, I'll do a quick updated room tour, see if anybody tunes into it. Because look, it's not big. Everybody wants to see these big old basement room tours. It has like hidden doors and crazy cabinets. And I wish I had that kind of thing. But this is like a 1/4 of it right here. Spin it around. I liked my room tour. If you guys saw it a few years ago, I made a room tour of this room, putting it together, hanging up all the lanyards. You guys seen this, right? Like, look at the roof, right? Look at it. See all those lanyards there? I like that. Those are from all my conventions and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, I just thought that's because they all just are hidden in the closet. I'm like, let's get these out and make it look interesting. I ain't seen that nowhere else. But anyway, there's a quick look on my ceiling. You just see me in there just screwing all these things in the ceiling. If I go to sell this house, people will be like, why are there so many holes in the roof? I ain't sealing that up. Yeah, Empire Strikes Back's the best. Yeah. Yeah. Empire Strikes Back is the one sequel that shows people that sometimes a sequel can be even better. And my favorite lightsaber fight is episode 3. In the lava pit. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna for me, my favorite lightsaber fight is actually the one against Darth Maul. I think that has the most crazy energy. Like I feel like the part 3, it's almost too much. It's just it's so much, they're on the lava. Like, how are they just not melting from the heat? It looks great. It looks great, but the artistry from part 1 with Darth Maul and Qui-Gon, it's just beautiful. And and when you got Duel of the Fates, that song playing in the background, it just elevates, lightsaber fight for me. Really good. Oh boy. Now, what am I gonna get? Well, I don't know. You mean today? Is that the right? Is that the right word to use, Dave? Hey, I'm gonna see if you figure it out. It's not what I'm gonna get. Glad you found a shop. Found a shop to sell the movies for your collection. Yeah, I remember telling you about my local shop a while back, and you were wishing you had a similar place to sell. Yeah, I found a few, but like I said, I got hosed. But I didn't feel like doing a whatnot. Is that it? Whatnot? WhatsApp? What's the one like everyone sells their stuff on? Why am I blanking? Whatnot? And that's not whatnot. It's I don't know. It's what app or there's what in it, right? And it's sort of a live auction, and they sit there and they hold the stuff, and you get I don't even know what is it. You get like a minute or 2 minutes to stare at this movie, and then you bid on it, and if you're the highest bidder or you're the only bidder, you win that thing. They set it to the side and they put the next thing on the screen, and they just keep going until they've shown everything that they want to sell. It just seemed like a lot of work. Yes, getting a lot of money would have been nice, but also my time was nice to get back, because then it just, all right, got nothing for it. Never shelve it. It makes us laugh. Okay. It makes me too. I love seeing those guys and Sue, and it just put a smile on my face. So if everyone's still okay with it, I'm happy to keep them as part of my morning show. Because yeah, it's just fun to watch them. Yeah, Devil wears Prada, Sinners wears Gucci. The Saints wear Louis Vuitton. Do they now? 13 likes. Guys, it's almost a half hour. You guys have hit 15 before in like 10 minutes. What do we got? Like 23 people watching? Come on, y'all. Y'all can do it. Have you tried the new BK meal? I have not. Is it good? Is it good? What, Philippines? You. Let's see. Do I have you in here? Okay. Let's check it out. All right. You ready? Here we go. Let me spell it right first of all. It's not a double L. Manila. Okay, yeah. So you're the one I entered from Manila. Right? Yep. Okay. So there it is. Yep, Manila. There it is, 11:29. Oh, I got you in there, bruh. Yeah. Let's go, Prince. Don't forget to add Texas. Well, Texas is the mid-time zone. Do I or the central? Don't I have a central? All right. Tell you what, give me a. It's gonna ask me for a locale. So give me a good Texas. Do I go Dallas? I'm gonna wait. You tell me. If I'm gonna put Texas in there, you have to have a city attached to it. It doesn't just go because sometimes I don't know. Some states may fall on that border and become part, not at Texas, but somewhere, right? There's got to be states that line cuts into it or something because of the way our goofy things are shaped. But there you go. Give me one. Nice. I got you, man. I got you. I'm born in Maryland. Yeah. Same as New York. I got you. You're not boring. Maryland's cool. I like Maryland. My wife is from Rhode Island. The tiniest little one, the little bitty thing. McKenna Grace is looking hot as Daphne. Okay. Good night. Love you, Hucky Conan. You going to bed? Well, bro, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And if they do, may Daphne come and rescue you. Okay, let's go. Disney has new stars, characters, Luke, Leia, Vader. Mm-hmm. What? You trading it? You doing it too? I know you upgrading, but look, that's your thing, man. That's your favorite. I know you love that Game of Thrones, so you got to have the best version. Best show on YouTube. Let's go, Hoss. I got an impression for you. It's kind of tough, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude, I need a line though. Let's see. What's a good line? If I could just do a line. He's from Brussels. He's from Brussels. So I'm going to do a spin kick into your head. Nailed it. Perfect. You're welcome. Like, I was off the cuff, man. You can't contain this kind of greatness. Wow, DVD Bonkers is back. What's going on, bro? You guys are just crack-a-lacking here. This is great. There it is. Oh, he found the secret code word. I don't know what you're talking about, though, Dave. I don't. I'm just sitting here going, is Dave ever going to think of this? What's Sue gonna get? What's Sue gonna get? Hey! What's Sue gonna get? And these guys too. How the Steelbook crew. Tell him, Sue.
What's Sue gonna get?
What's Sue gonna get? I don't know, but hey, what's Sue gonna get? Come on now, what is Sue Steelbook crew and you gonna get? Well, now is the time to check it out because this isn't, I would say, a banger of a day when it comes to new releases, but it's not too shabby. Let's check it out. Who's that nerd? Get that dude out of here. Hold on. Peace out, dog. All right. Where'd it go? There it is. Holy hand grenades. Bob, wake up over there. Okay. Here we go. So again, not a ton of great stuff, but here is top row, starting with Alice in Wonderland on 4K. So, that'll be a nice pricey Disney release. Blue Thunder, released by Arrow. A little spooky 2-pack, The Terror Within and Terror Within 2 on a little Blu-ray. David Carradine, The Warrior and the Sorceress. Another little 2-pack. That looks like almost like a Roger Corman looking 2-pack there with Crazy Mama and the Lady in Red. That's a little double feature there. What else we got? It, Welcome to Derry, Season 1. School Spirit. Demon of Paradise. Looks like a nice, weird ripoff of Creature from the Black Lagoon. Death Sport. Stray Dog on 4K. Look, if you Gilmore Girls fans out there, Dave, something to sit right next to your Game of Thrones, little Gilmore Girls, bruh. Come on, yeah. Dun, dun. Perfect, right? Come on. Wuthering Heights. It's so funny. Look at that. Wuthering Heights. That's on the 3rd row. I mean, it was number 1 when it came out. It did fairly well. Wuthering Heights on 4K, as you'll see later on there. Also Blu-ray. There's It again. G.I. Samurai from Arrow. Never heard of that, but cover looks cool. The Pusher trilogy. Goat is way down there, y'all. I loved Goat. I was so stunned how cute and good and emotionally connective Goat was. I liked it better than Hoppers. And Hoppers was Pixar, but Goat's the same, yakkadoodles that did Into the Spider-Verse and K-pop Demon Hunters. So it looks great. It's got heart, super colors, popping. The animation's fun and yeah. So give that a look, y'all, if you haven't. I don't say go pick it up day one, but I mean, if it's on streaming, give it a look. And if you like it, I'll probably add it to the collection if it's on sale. Dracula, I believe that's the Luc Besson version, which I didn't quite get to see. I ran out of time, but yeah, it's like I'm just tired of all the Draculas, man. All we gotta have some was Dracula. Golly. But look, little Top Gun Steelbook. That's pretty dope. I mean, there were some Top Gun Steelbooks a couple of years ago. But they got to keep putting them out. Different Steelbook, different this, different that. Okay, here's another one. It came from outer space. How many times are we releasing this? So we have the Universal Essentials, which I have back there. It's fantastic. It's also just been released on 4K, on Blu-ray. Here's a freaking, I don't know, it's probably a Steelbook, but man, they are milking this title for some reason. I'm like, It Came from Outer Space just a massive moneymaker? Because this thing is coming out a lot, y'all. There's more of It. Down here straight. Okay, look, and y'all, to coincide with the dropping of Blue Thunder here on 4K from Arrow, you got the TV show with Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey playing the Roy Scheider part. Snows of Kilimanjaro, Death of a Gunfighter. All right, let's just go. Solo Mio. Little Kevin James movie. Did fairly well. A decent little comedy that came out earlier this year. What else? Let's just roll through the rest of this. I Can Only Imagine 2. It's funny, some of these that are close to the bottom were fairly prominent. More Wuthering Heights, White Zombie, Youngblood, but a totally different Youngblood than what we. Is that like a hatch? Oh, it's a hockey stick. Looks like a look right there. Doesn't it look like a machete? And there you go. So that's it, y'all. That is the choices for me, you, Sue, the Steelbook crew for today, May 5th. What, if any, would you guys pick up? Doesn't have to be day one, but of these things that are being released today, do any of them interest you, and would you consider putting any of them into your collection? My thing is with Blue Thunder. I remember like as a kid, right? And I saw like Blue Thunder and Excalibur. Those are movies like I feel like I'm supposed to like more than I do. But every time I do watch Excalibur, it looks fantastic. But I'm usually a little bored a lot in it. And so in the end, I'm like, it's okay. And I think that's still my opinion of Excalibur. Blue Thunder I had a little bit higher opinion of. It's got a boss helicopter. But I've never really thought about that movie like in decades. So I don't know. Maybe like kind of looking at it makes me want to see it. Welcome to Derry. Might want to just check it out. Although I have cable, so I could watch it for free without having to drop money on it right away. Gilmore Girls. Let's go, Dave. Me and you'll pick it up. Now, Goat. I would say Goat's the one I'm going to add to the collection for sure. That was cool. I don't need to double dip on Top Gun just to have a Steelbook. Nope. I've already got the 4K 2-pack with Top Gun Maverick. I have It Came From Outer Space in a different form. And I do want to watch Solo Mio. That's about it. So really, I guess of these for me, potentially Blue Thunder, but definitely Goat. So that's it. That's it, y'all. That's what's coming out here on Tuesday. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. Look at y'all. Well, thanks. Thanks for that, everybody. That was fun. All right, let me remove this. Boom. Well, one more. Boom. All right. Let's keep it rolling, y'all, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Next thing coming up is going to be box office. We'll talk about that in just a second. Luke, Vader, Anakin, Trainer, they're all there. Oh, it's Whatnot. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I knew it was What something. Yeah, Whatnot. I just didn't feel like dealing with that. Anybody else use Whatnot to sell anything yet? If so, how easy is it? Let me know. 14 likes. Really? So if I go here and I hit refresh, all I'm going to see is 14 likes. Oh, I'm crushed. Guys, we're 40 minutes in. There's 22 watching. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. Look who's here. Fish. Huckster Morning Moggles. Glad I can watch you. Dude, I am glad you're here. I have missed you. I miss you, Fish. Where you at, bro? Come on in. Doors open. Let's go. Fish. Y'all, give Fish a little clap, man. We miss Fish. Thanks for being here, buddy. I am very stoked you are here. Look at that. People are lighting up, man. Like the Fish man is in the house. Okay, there you go. All right, Dallas. So here we go. Dallas. There. Now you're represented there. 1039. Although I just realized you are the same as Chicago. You're the same time zone as Chicago. Also, Manila and Beijing have the same time zone. Rome and Warsaw, they also have the time zone. And Honolulu all have the same time zone. This is what's kind of interesting, too, to see whose time zones match up with whom. Although Cantley, Melbourne, Australia, they're all by themselves. It's 1:39 in the morning. So they're probably fast asleep, which is why I don't have any of me mates watching at the time. They probably check me all on replays. Howdy, my Australian chums. Oh, yeah, you say they 15 likes. It's because Fish came in. People just liked it because Fish is here. They're like, finally, something to hit like about. So this guy rattling on all day. Ranch blades are good. And so is mango cotton candy. Woo! Mango cotton candy. Yeah, Adrian James. Look at that. What up, buddy? Dude. Nailed it, right? Yeah, imagine if I'd have been prepared with that, right? Roundhouse kick to your head. It's like he's sitting right here. Let's see. I thought you were dating. Maybe I was. Yeah, he was already sneaking in. Already sneaking in. Can I do a line? Love it. Yep. You know, when you're good, you're good. You know, what can I say? Who else is gonna like just wing impressions on their shows? Come on, nobody. I'll take a shot. Okay. Let's see. Get your 200th episode. Definitely want. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I don't know what we're doing, but yeah, we'll have some guests on. Probably have you pop in. What else? Oh, you know what? I also want to get you on the July. So I was trying to think which, like, I try to mix everybody around. Like maybe the July version of the 52-week challenge, because then we can cover Supergirl and stuff. So if you're down with that, let me know. Oh, nailed it. I mean, what can I say? I mean, some people have the skills, some people don't. Get nothing today. Nothing. I'm not getting anything today either. But eventually, would you get any of those? I want to get Alice in Wonderland, but it has to drop. Yeah, man, it has to drop. I'm spending 34. Although with Disney, $35 is a bargain, Has a quotable quotes. Best thing he has probably the speech he did. Yeah, but it's like I feel like if Double Trouble, not Double Trouble. Come on, Double Impact. There's got to be something at Double Impact. You know what? I'm gonna Google like Van Damme quotes. I'll find something. Watch me do my split. Holy shit! That's like watch me do my split. So more like Brett Goldstein from from Ted Lasso. Shut up, you wanker. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I just get possessed, y'all. I just start saying anything. Hey, what's up, Caprice? What's up, my darling? Hello. A pleasure to have you here. Lady Caprice is here. Come on, when we get the ladies in the house, it's always delightful. Oh yeah. I'm not a Gilmore. I know I was teasing. I need to get the West Wing. I haven't seen Gilmore Girls. I think like an episode here or there, but yeah, I'd be more of a what was it? Not the crap. Why am I just blanking today? The Charmed. I like Charmed. That was good. Gilmore Girls, I don't know. I mean, I know there's an audience for it. I just didn't watch it. Hey, fish. Hope you're doing well. Caprice, my darling. Anyone know what happened at the box? Well, as a matter of fact, Mr. Moody, I do. All right, Bob. Look, see, all we got to do is wait for somebody to tee it up for us, and then we're off to the races. So here we go. Bob, I need you to wake up. I need you to bedazzle the people with the box office like this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hit it. Boom. All right, y'all. We are here. Time to talk about box office, and I'm going to tell you about second half in just a second. Last week, I did a little prediction time, and I did feel like it was going to be a rat race between Michael and Prada. But, with Michael starting at 97, and you cut that like in half. So let's see. Let's see what its percentage drop is. It was about a 44% drop. So I had a feeling Prada was going to take it. Just barely, but actually it beat it by almost 20 mil, so over 20 million. So that's super impressive. I saw it over the weekend, took my wife to go see it on Friday night, and absolutely loved it. We'll talk a little bit more about it in a second, because it was also my 52-week movie challenge movie. But the cast is totally on point. It's a sequel that felt like a worthy sequel with the use of the time that had passed, because a lot of these sequels, like Zoolander was 15 years and Independence Day was 20 years. Both those flopped, but then Top Gun Maverick was 36 years, and we all know how well that did. So you really got to hit the note on a sequel that takes this long. But we'll get more on that. Michael comes in at number 2, only dropping, like I said, 44% at 54 million, doing very well. That movie is exactly what the Michael Jackson fans were wanting, fans of him, fans of his music. It's a feel-good celebration of his music. It's not meant to dig into the controversy and answer those questions for you. Perhaps that's what a part 2 could do. But as far as this one goes, that's what it's there for. And you got Mario still humming in the top 5 there at 12.1 mil. Project Hail Mary, y'all. 7 weeks. Okay, 7 weeks this movie is still going. And in its 7th week, it bested Hokum in its first week. Wow. I'm a little shocked too, because I'm going to tell you, I really liked Hokum. If you like a good spooky movie without tons of gore and all those tropes that are just, Terrifier and the Lee Cronin's The Mummy, Hokum is just it's like a haunted house, spooky kind of movie that gets the jump scares going. You ever watch like Conjuring or things like that? Conjuring isn't a bloody kind of movie, but it's very scary. Somehow it's spooky. Hokum is more in the lines of that. It doesn't rely on cheap jump scares, because if there is a jump scare, it's because the creature's in the shot or the witch is there or something like that. It's not a cat jumps on your shoulder. You're like, oh, there's a cat in here. How many times every horror movie there's a cat jump scare? I'm like, seriously. But it doesn't have any of that. So if you want a good horror movie, go see Hokum. But look at that. So my goodness, Project Hail Mary, 7 weeks, 318 million total so far just in the US. But yeah, Hokum, man, I thought it would do a little bit better. Now, let's talk about what's coming up. All right, Baba Switcheroni, boom. All right, whoops, that's not the right one. There it is. So coming out this Friday, we have Mortal Kombat. Nailed it. The Sheep Detectives and Hit Me Hard and Soft. The Billie Eilish tour, directed by James Cameron. Apparently he invented some new technology that will immerse you into a concert like never before. So I am curious to see what that's all about. But Mortal Kombat, looking to be hopefully better than the last one, which I thought was kind of boring and not good. My favorite is still the 96 version, the first one that came out, not Annihilation. Don't get me started on that trash. But the first Mortal Kombat, and then this one, I'm hoping is going to look. It's got Carl Urban in it, who always elevates everything. I'm watching The Boys right now. Oh, the final season of The Boys. It is wicked. Anybody else watch The Boys out there? But then there's the Sheep Detectives. Oh, man. If you watch my channel, you'll know that my wife and I went to a mystery movie on Sunday. They said that it was a family movie, so we were betting. I had sort of had a hunch it was going to be Sheep Detectives. She thought maybe it'll be Toy Story 5, maybe Mandalorian and Grogu, because it was family oriented, and Star Wars, the 4th, was coming the next day. But it ended up being Sheep Detectives. And let me tell you, what an absolutely sweet, charming movie this is. It's so a friend of mine, Brando Critic, who's on YouTube here, he says it's like Knives Out meets Babe. So I think that's perfect. That's a perfect way to describe that. It's Knives Out meets Babe, and these sheep are adorable. Look, they all have personalities, and they're voiced by really awesome people. You got Patrick Stewart, Julie Louis-Dreyfus, Bella from Last of Us. Blanking on her last name all of a sudden. Rhys Darby, who I like from Australia. Rhys Darby, welcome to Jumanji. That guy. And I love that every time I hear Rhys Darby, he's just Rhys Darby. He never tries to do anything with his voice, and I just love his voice. I just love hearing Rhys talk. He just makes me smile. So in fact, there's one called Woolly Eyes. See, is Woolly Eyes in this poster? Yeah, Woolly Eyes is the top right of the poster there. It's kind of got the wool over his eyes. Even Hugh Jackman says, he wasn't very creative when naming that one. And that's him. Woolly Eyes, Rhys Darby. So good. But again, great voice acting. And I think Bella does the little lamb at the bottom left. But super cute, y'all. So if you want just a nice time at the movies without, blood and guts and gore and too much drama, whatever. And as far as Mother's Day goes, I gotta say, I feel like that is your best. That and Devil Wears Prada are two really great Mother's Day picks. The question is, where will it fit in the top 5? Unfortunately, I don't think it's not a popular IP. It's not something that's been done before. I don't know if the trailer is doing it justice. Like, I don't know if it's winning people over. So it's probably going to be in 5th place. I mean, let's be honest. I think Mortal Kombat would probably be first. The Devil Wears Prada, then Michael. And then, I mean, I hate to say it, then probably still Mario, and then Sheep Detectives. Though I wish for Sheep Detectives to do better. I wish that would be 4th, because it's worth it, y'all. I promise. It's worth, if you just want a sweet good time, that you will leave the theater feeling good. Like, it's like almost like a Ted Lasso. In fact, Brett Goldstein from that, he does a voice. He does the twins, by the way. So there's 2 lambs that are always banging heads, and he does the voice for both, and they are hilarious. So good. Bryan Cranston also plays this boss Black Ram. Oh man, go see it, y'all. So that's all I'm saying. Go see it. All right, I know my time is shorter, so we're just gonna roll right into my 52-week movie challenge. We're gonna change my position. Thank you, Bob. All right. Starring Meryl Streep, in fact, it's a twofer for me. I watched The Devil Wears Prada 1, and then the very next day we went and saw Devil Wears Prada 2. I will say, if you're going to go see it, you don't need to see the first one, but as a refresher, it's a really good idea to watch the first one, only because you really get a sense of everyone's character. There's a few little subtle callbacks, but it's usually something like, you know, a clothing someone's wearing, or this. It's little things that, in the scope of Devil Wears Prada 2, if you don't catch it, it's not going to change your view of the movie. But if you catch it, you're like, hey, you have that little personal moment for yourself. And these guys bring it. It's a perfect 20-year reality check. What is going on 20 years from when we saw Devil Wears Prada? And everyone has to advance, right? They all need to have grown in their occupations and what they're doing. So Emily Blunt clearly is the most advanced in having turned her being in fashion into her own thing. Anne Hathaway at the end of the first one, you know, becomes a journalist. So it follows that part of her life. And then, of course, Miranda and Tooch, the Tooch master, are still in their positions, although there is more going on with him now, because now we're in the future where magazines aren't doing as well. It's more online and digital and all that stuff. So all that comes into play. They bring the 20-year, what are we like today that we weren't like then, and they incorporate it into the movie in my opinion, a perfect way. So again, brought my wife to this one as well. It's like a nice little, you know, couple of movies with her. She doesn't go to the movies with me a lot, so it was fun to watch 2 in a row that we liked quite a bit. So if you are a fan of Devil Wears Prada, I don't see why you wouldn't enjoy this one. In fact, Miranda, you probably already know it. I won't say it, but you know, it's all over the internet. So Miranda has a contact to an artist that has to come sing at their gala event, and that's a really fun moment in the film. So if you already know who it is, cool, and then I'll just tell you that is a good performance for the incorporation of that artist. But there you go. That is my review of Devil Wears Prada 2. I say go see it, especially if you're a fan of the first one. They all bring the heat, really good. I gave both movies 4 stars, so I think it's a very worthy sequel. And coming up next week is going to be an 80s comedy. So dig through your 80s drawer, y'all, and find a fun favorite 80s comedy to watch. So there you go. All right. All right. So we're going to fly through the rest of these and maybe have time for like a 10-minute this or that. Hey, what up, Luke? What's good, my dude? Welcome, welcome. Digging it. Goat so good. Let's see, Mr. Ponto. I'm planning to pick up Goat, and welcome to Derry. We're receiving 4K Sin Help today. I really like Sin Help. I like Sin Help. There's people out there, though, trashing on Sin Help, trashing on Devil Wears Prada. There's a tuber out there, and I don't need to call him out, but he's like, this is everything wrong with Hollywood. I'm like, seriously? Devil Wears Prada 2 is what's wrong with Hollywood? I could think of better picks, but you know. Hello, Nikki. That's it. I get some haze in there. Hey. Look at this. Love it. Fish, my love. Doop, doop, doop. Look at that. Laren's here. What's good, Laren? Say, I hope the family's doing great. Look at that, Larry Caprice. Everybody's saying their hays, loving all the fellowship, the camaraderie in here. All right, Tiger Blue, you got to run. Coach. Cheers. Have a good day, mate. Appreciate it. Larry, my love, dude. Thank you for coming. As always. Speaking about Devil Wears Prada, I was like watching the first movie on the big screen. What do you think of storytelling? You know, it's funny because I'm trying to think if I saw that on the big screen. I feel like for some reason I probably saw that on television first. Yeah, like for some reason I feel like because I didn't have my movie card, I wasn't going to the theater nearly as much. 2006. Yeah, you know what? I know I didn't see it because that would have been the year before my daughter was born. So I was taking care of my wife a lot, you know, making sure she was okay, carrying the kids. So yeah, I wasn't going to the theater a lot in 2006 and a few years after that. So I can't really talk on that, but I can say as far as the storytelling and the cinematography and the fashion of the first Devil Wears Prada was fantastic. Like it served that story very well. Very well. Just saw Tarantino has shelved his. Yeah, I mean, I thought that's been shelved for quite some time because I know there was talks of him bringing. Look, I would have loved it, you know, because there's this one where they go to this planet and it's a gangster thing, you know, and the title's called "Piece of the Action" is the name of the episode, and this society is so like a Starfleet crew beamed down once upon a time, but they left a big book behind and it was a mobster book. Just think like they left The Godfather behind, right? And then when they beamed back, they didn't realize they left that behind. So this society started modeling itself after the behavior in this mob book. So it's like mob boss versus mob boss. And, you know, Spock gets to wear a gangster outfit, holding a, machine gun. He's got his ears covered up with his hat and all that. And Kirk's a badass. It's so good. Like, it's very playful, super cheesy, tongue in cheek. Vic Tayback from Alice is one of the guys. And Tarantino was going to continue that story. Like, what has now happened here now that Kirk and Spock and McCoy have left the planet, and, and they've interacted. So they know about Starfleet. They know they're being watched. This planet knows, they know of their influence. And that's where he was going to take the story. And honestly, I would have just thought that would have been so much fun to watch Chris Pine and all that crew, that cast, play in that universe. So for me, if that's still the one, and I don't know any other version he was working on, that does bum me out that we don't get to see that, because that would have been something. That'd have been a take on Star Trek for the big screen that only Tarantino could have brought. Of course, probably would have had like everyone swearing up a storm and very bloody for some reason. But I don't know. It's the great what if that we'll never know. And that's unfortunate. But yeah. Best news I'll hear today, Fish. Let's see. The main reason I want to come on in July is because I'm watching. Oh, yeah. And then Christopher Nolan. Yeah. See, that'll be a good one. All right. Yeah, man, done. 18. Are we not even going to hit 20 before I sign off? Probably. Well, I did. Look, I'm not going to lie, Hoss. I did just watch. I know. I forget who told me don't watch it. So I watched Wild Card, the Jason Statham movie, yesterday. Yeah, that sucked. You know what? That was terrible. God. So for a Statham movie, right? Directed by Simon West, right? Simon West, he did, Gone in 60 Seconds, right? I believe that was him. And Con Air, it's like 3 action scenes in the entire movie. And they're just fight scenes, by the way. They're just 3 fight scenes. And the first one doesn't even happen for 40 minutes. You're kind of like, I get it. You're trying to tell a story here, but it's a Jason Statham movie. And, where's the action? So, and the fights are fine. But you need more than that in a Statham movie. And oh my God, and it just dragged on and on. The characters, and it had a great cast. Sofia Vergara, the Tooch was in it. Stanley Tucci's in this thing. The dude from Heroes, and the one that played Stallone's son and Rocky Balboa, I forget his name, but he's in it. He's looking jacked too, by the way. He was, a killer cast, totally wasted on a terrible script. Bad movie. Oh, it's in June. All right. Well, then we will talk about Nolan then. All right. So yeah, don't watch. I've already thrown Wild Card on my sellback pile. Take that. Nailed it. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Mickle was cool. Did you see that we're getting Project Hail Mary in 4K in August? I have not seen that yet, but that doesn't surprise me. They wanted that to stay in the theater as long as possible. So good on them for keeping it in the theater because it was doing well. Hearing predictions for Supergirl that aren't good. Yeah. Plus it's sandwiched between a few other big films. Yeah, I know that's kind of what happened too with when Tom Cruise put out I think it was Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. It came 1 week before the Barbenheimer thing. So it instantly lost all of its IMAX stuff because Nolan has that contract with IMAX and just shut it down. And I think similar thing happened with Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny. It came out like end of May, and then bangers, much better movies came out after that and shut it down. So yeah, I mean, it's all about positioning and timing, but if it's good, here's the thing though. I don't know what, because I've been watching some stuff on Supergirl too, and some people were thinking, oh, it could be $1 billion. I'm like, pull back, man. Superman wasn't even $1 billion movie. It didn't get that high. And this is just sort of, riding on the good graces of that movie. So to me, it'll do probably less than Superman, right? And which isn't bad. If it does in that 400 to 500 million range, that's what I think the movie's destined for. And as long as DC finds that to be a win, I think we're still good to go. What I don't want to see happen is that it flounders and doesn't even get past 300 million. That would be not good. That would be a flop. But, I think if it hits even close to 500 million, I think that's really good for Supergirl. No way is it going to hit $1 billion. Come on, y'all. Like even Mario isn't quite making it to $1 billion. And I think Michael's going to come up short. And this movie's doing great. Doesn't mean they're not a success or a hit because they don't hit $1 billion. I did. Yeah, I commented on that one. Yeah, I commented. I said that was a great pick for your first vinyl. Yeah. Good. Oh, dude. Okay. Of everybody, I want to know what you think. I want to know. Lips are sealed, bro. Just go see it. Yeah, 19 likes. Sorry, might get 20 before we're out of the door. Gonna plan to see Mortal Kombat on Friday. Dude, nice. That's a good 1-2 punch. So I saw Sheep Detectives, like I said, on Sunday. I don't know when you came in, but I've seen that with my wife as a mystery movie. So we got to see it on Sunday, and it's delightful. It's absolutely sweet, feel good. Like I said, Babe meets Knives Out. I mean, how great of a mashup is that? And Mortal Kombat, I'm going to see on Saturday morning. So we'll be able to compare notes, broski, on both of those. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Oh, yeah, it is. Right on. Cinco de Mayo. I took my mom to see Devil's Pride 2 last weekend, and her and I both agree the first was better. I thought it was just okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But that's the thing is like usually with the first movies, you get sort of that joy of meeting people. Like you get to meet Anne Hathaway and Miranda and find out, what those characters are like. So, but I thought it was a good, solid sequel. I thought it was better than just okay. I really liked it. I liked the characters coming back. It was a little slow at the front though. I will say it took its time getting to the meat of it, but once it got there, it was pretty cool. There's even a twist, which we won't say. I couldn't believe there's a twist in A Devil Wears Prada, but I was like, oh, all right, and that's things like that. I thought is what kept it from being just a carbon copy of the first one. And the pop star that shows up is pretty great. So glad it didn't work at a Mexican restaurant anymore. Cinco was rough, was it? I bet, man. Cinco de Mayo, that's got to be like Christmas in those places. We did it, Nikki. We hit 20. Okay, y'all. For the first challenge, yeah, it was all right. Yeah, I know. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I dug it, though. I dug it quite a bit. We watched Revenge of the Nerds. Dude, that's a good one. I don't know what I'm going to be watching yet. Maria's here. Hello. Now we're about to start on this versus that because we're wrapping up. I have a new job I just started, so we got to get to rolling on that. But Revenge of the Nerds, that was funny. I haven't seen it in a long time too, and I know it is way politically incorrect, but I don't care. It's a product of its time. Yeah, there you go. No, watch it. Wait, 19, and then is it 19 or is it 20? Come on now. Oh man, dude, it was just terrible, man. I can't even with that movie. I was like, oh, and good thing is I found that Blu-ray at like a swap meet. It's only paid like $3 or $4, so I was like renting it, I suppose. But sell back pile, man, that was bad. That's bad, Statham. Almost forgot yesterday. Well, I don't do top 10s. That's too much. But what's my favorite biopic? Well, biopic can be anything. That would mean it's not even a musical biopic. Biopics can be, for Andy Kaufman, the Jim Carrey, or anything. There's so many. I don't know. I don't know what my favorite biopic is. I don't know. That's a good question because there's just so many off the cuff. I don't know if I have a fave. I know I liked Michael a lot. Don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the most recent, so it's the freshest in my head. So, I don't know. Right now, we'll just say that one. See the Mortal Kombat on Friday. All right, well, I'll compare notes over the weekend. Sonya Blade. All right. Oh, that's your thing. All right. Okay, we're ready to go. All right, gang. Hold on. All right, we are ready to go. Yes. All right, my friends. We've done it. We've covered all the stuff that we need to. Wait, did we cover? We did. Box office, new release, but 50. Okay, yeah, perfect. All right, gang. It is now time to do a little this versus that, where yours truly will pit two things against each other and try to figure out which one will win out. Which is my personal favorite? Oh, Bob, switch it over. This one. No. Oh my God. Why do I get this wrong every time? There we go. And we're going to try to figure out which one will beat the other. So let's get to it and end this on a high. Boom. All right. Sonya Blade versus Johnny Cage. Ooh, I mean, here's the thing. I don't play the game enough to know probably like in reality, because it's just, this is just going to be character versus character. Because if you're playing the video game, it's whoever's the better controller is going to win. Sonya Blade's thigh crunch to Johnny Cage's martial arts. I don't know. I love Johnny Cage's personality, but who doesn't love watching Sonya Blade kick some ass and crush people with her thighs? So let's let Sonya Blade take the win on this one. Right on, Sonya Blade. All right, Miami Connection versus the Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. Look, I've seen Miami Connection. I don't really get the hype for that movie. It's super cheesy. Obviously, they spent like $12 on that movie. It was okay. But The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, I mean, that's got so much greatness. I mean, Banzai, not only is he Buckaroo Banzai, but he's like a musician, he's a politician, he's a scientist, he's a this, he's a that. So I love the fact that he's good at everything and that the president calls him to help make final decisions on stuff. And he's got the Hong Kong Cavaliers. So, dude, Buckaroo Banzai takes this win. Easy peasy. All right, 12-inch G.I. Joe and the 3.5 G.I. Joe. Does size matter? Well, here's the thing. So when I grew up, I sort of had the best of both of those because I grew up and didn't quite have a ton of I think maybe had 1 or 2 G.I. Joes, but I was more into the Mego stuff, like the 8-inch figures. So I was like superheroes and Star Trek and all that. And they had cloth clothes and 8 inches and all that. And then in the 80s Star Wars, or 70s, late 70s, Star Wars hit. So that's when the smaller things kicked in. So I kind of had the whole, breadth of all that. We also had Big Jim, like when you bent his arm, you put this metal band on it pops off because he had literally the arm had a muscle in it. So when you bent his arm, it would pop the band off. I'm like, that dude's tough. So, but the 3.5 or the 3.75 inch, it does lend itself to having all these great things like cars and ships and play sets and all that stuff. So, and yes, there were a few things for a 12-inch GI Joe, but the helicopter was like this big, you know, it was just, but you didn't get a lot. So I would say for play factor, the 3.75 figures are better because you can get so many cool play sets, and that just makes your world of playing better. But for cool look, because they also look like garbage because they're so small you can't get details. I will say on visual, the 12-inch, hands down, because you got great detail in the face, you got cloth clothes. So visually, I would say it's G.I. Joe, but for play factor, it's the 3.75. There you go. Chimichanga versus a cheesy burrito. Whoa. I see, cheesy burrito. It just sounds good, right? But it also sounds very normal. Like, hey, is that cheesy burrito? Yeah, it's cheesy burrito. But oh yeah, what do you got? Oh, is that chimichanga? Chimichanga just sounds like something else. It says some extra something is going on in that thing, elevating it beyond where the cheesy burrito can go. So, you know, in honor of Deadpool, man, we're going chimichangas. Yeah, chimichangas. Corner brownie or center brownie? Oh, here's the bad thing. I don't know what you're talking about. What is that? A corner brownie and a center brownie? I don't know. I mean, does that mean like a corner brownie, like they're crunchier on the outside, and the center brownie? I don't know. Brownies are delicious though. I'll say for whatever reason, I don't know what the difference is. So let's just mash them all together so that you get the corner and the center into one brownie. Let's have that. Sorry, I don't know what those are. Martha Quinn versus Nina Blackwood. Okay, no one knows who we're talking about. All right, Martha Quinn and Nina Blackwood were VJs on MTV, excuse me, back in the day. So you got me all riled up. But that is hilarious. Martha Quinn. All right, here's the thing. So Martha Quinn, she was one that had like the fluffy blonde hair, you know, wavy blonde hair. And Nina Blackwood, wait, or am I flipping them? Martha Quinn. Okay, I might be getting them. I'm just going to describe them, and I'll tell you which one I'm picking. For some reason, maybe I'm getting the name and the face wrong. I think Martha Quinn was the blonde, right? And Nina Blackwood was the pixie, cute little girl with the bob haircut, the brunette. Do I have that right? Or is it the other way around? Okay, either way, whichever the cute little bob brunette is, that's my pick. And I think that's Nina Blackwood. I like Martha Quinn. She was hot. She was sexy, but I just sort of like that girl next door thing. So Nina Blackwood, again, if I have the names wrong, just swap them. But it's the cute brunette pixie girl from MTV. That's who I pick. That's the winner. 22 likes. We're flying. All right, y'all. We might even hit 25 before we sign off. American Gladiators. Dude, it is so funny you put that. I literally watched American Gladiators last night. Like, the wife is falling asleep. She's like, put some on. I can go to sleep to. I'm like, American Gladiators. And it's the new one, but they do a lot of the same stuff versus Survivor. See, now I feel like it would have been more like American Gladiators versus American Ninja Warrior. I think those are a little bit more compatible, whereas Survivor, I think Survivor is like a survival thing, like Amazing Race. Maybe put those two together. So it's hard to kind of pit one against the other. Obviously, I feel like the Survivor people have way better skills and earn that victory more than, I mean, you can take a pounding from those American Gladiators. But I don't watch Survivor that much, though. I don't really care about reality TV, but growing up, I watched American Gladiators a lot. I just watched it last night because it's just a good, cheesy, turn your brain off and just see if these people can defeat these overly huge cut individuals. The girls and the guys, they were ripped last night. So I don't know. I just get a stupid kick out of those. So we're going to go American Gladiators over Survivor. 12 Angry Men versus Sunset Boulevard. Ooh, wow. Dude, that cuts deep. All right, 12. I don't know. Wow, it's almost too close to call. Both of these films are great. 12 Angry Men is much simpler, shot in one location. Sunset Boulevard, masterpiece performance from everybody. Same with 12. You know what? Because these are both fantastic, I'm going to go with the movie. I was stunned. I liked it as much as I did. I mean, both of them I loved more than I thought. But 12 Angry Men, when I saw that, I was just blown away how 12 guys in a room can be so entertaining. like as soon as it was over, and I have the Criterion version too. As soon as it was over, I just kind of wanted to watch it again immediately. Now I did get to see Sunset Boulevard in the theater because it was a retro flashback, and let me tell you, it was a gas seeing that movie in the theater so I could see what it felt like back in 1954 or whatever it came out in. So that was great. But I'm going to give the slight nudge here to 12 Angry Men. Knives Out versus Sheep Detective. See, again, I'd put more like Babe against Sheep Detective because it's like the cute talking animal stories. Knives Out is just it's just a better whodunit kind of story. Yeah, I mean, look, the one's just super cute and family oriented, and the other's like a little bit grittier. And I do love Knives Out, so no shade on the sheep, but if I'm gonna pick a detective story, I guess that's how you got to put these two against each other. Let's go a little Knives Out on this one. All right, Hoss, I see what you guys are doing. You're just riling me up here. Hitchcock versus Tarantino. Okay, so you got the master of suspense against, what would Tarantino, the master of dialogue? Because it's really what he's known for. So, I mean, you picked these two, so I'm just going to have to say, if this was 4 years ago, Tarantino would have taken this in a heartbeat. But as of now, since I've now come into all of Hitchcock's filmography and loving it, we got to go Hitchcock on this. Plus, Tarantino's trashing fellow artists, so I'm not a fan of that aspect of him. Just getting on there and crapping on other directors and other actors. And like, the guy's talented. I'm not going to take it away from him, even though he's doing that. However, it does taint and tarnish him just a little bit. And of course, Hitchcock didn't have to live through all this social media stuff. So, but still, if I'm just going to do the filmography aspect of it. I would say Hitchcock takes Tarantino. All right. Rear Window versus Disturbia. Oh, okay. So I think we had something similar to this before. This is really a slam dunk because I haven't seen Disturbia. So just by default, Rear Window. I love, by the way, Rear Window is a masterpiece. I have a feeling even if I have seen Disturbia, there's no way it would beat Rear Window, just because that thing, when I saw it, I'm like, whoa, that was a masterpiece. So good. Okay, where are we going to put a cap on this? All right, Space Jam versus Space Jam: A New Legacy. Is that the one with LeBron James? See, again, I've run into the trap. I haven't seen the LeBron James version. I've only seen the Michael Jordan version. So that makes this another quick victory for the first Space Jam. All right. Books versus movie adaptation of books. Look, I think you have to cut to the chase and just say it's rare that a book it's rare that the movie based on the book is better than the book. The book has just more time to breathe with the characters and get more detail in there. Once in a while, even my wife will say, Forrest Gump is a way better movie than it was. It's the short. I think it was a short or a book, whatever. So once in a while, things do come along. Stephen King's books tend to be way better than all of his movies. Although I hear maybe The Shining was better than the book. I don't know. I haven't read all of his books. But I think in the end, Harry Potter, all that stuff, you get some rare exceptions, like Project Hail Mary is fantastic, but people also love the book. But in spite of a few of those things like Project Hail Mary, I think you have to say that the books generally should beat out the adaptations. I bet you appreciate that, Dave. Oh, I hate to say this. Last Man on Earth versus I Am Legend. Yeah, I can't really do this one either. The Last Man on Earth is David Bowie. I feel like I've never really seen that. I feel like I tried watching that when I was younger, when I didn't have the same patience for film that I do now. And I was like, oh, what is this movie? And I was a Bowie fan, but it's a strange flick. So I can't give that a fair shake. I have seen I Am Legend, thought it was good. So again, we're having a lot of by defaults today. But by default, I Am Legend takes the win. All right, Flintstones. So we're doing the live action Flintstones and Scooby-Doo. Ooh, now that's pretty good. Wow. All right. So Flintstones, of course, creates an entire universe of bedrock with everything looking made out of stone in the car with the feet and all that jazz. And Scooby-Doo brings the Zoinks, the gang to life, y'all, with Matthew Lillard nailing it, by the way. Scoob. It's like he was sitting here. And that was great. Like I enjoyed watching them with their little mystery machine solve the mystery. But I think as much as I love Scooby-Doo, like as a cartoon, I would say I am not way more, but I would pick Scooby-Doo over the Flintstones. But the movies, something about just bringing the Flintstones to life, using Jim Henson to do Dino and the dinosaurs, perfect. I think seeing that world brought to life was a much bigger wow factor. So I think we gotta go Flintstones on this one. Mm-hmm. Luke versus Anakin. I think here's the thing. Based on just what we've seen, I think Anakin is way more aggressive when he fights. So I think he would take Luke pretty easily. Like Luke is good. Luke held his own against Vader. Like he managed to hold his own. But even when he's fighting Vader, he's always almost on the defense all the time. And when he tries to go on the offense, Vader just, eats his lunch. So, and the only time he ever sort of bested him is when he just got enraged, about Vader wanting to attack his sister. So unless Luke is filled with that fury the whole time, which I don't think he would be, I think Anakin would probably take him. Yeah. All right. Okay, hold on. Sorry, chew ice. True Lies versus the Stallone movie, The Specialist. It's True Lies. Like, I'm not even going to go into a rant, like trying to compare the two. I'm a Stallone fan. I'm Schwarzenegger fan too. I like both these guys. But when you're pitting the two against each other in these two movies, a James Cameron movie, and was that Richard Donner who did The Specialist? It was all right. But no, it's True Lies all the way, Mr. Hisham. It's the other way around. Oh, with the two. Okay, so Nina was the blonde and Martha was the pixie. Okay, so Martha is my pick. Okay, thank you. I knew Fish. You would set me straight. But hey, I knew them. I felt happy about that myself. Just couldn't remember. It's so funny because the names are just like, oh, it's been a long time since I've seen the names. All right, corner brownie is a brownie that's along the edges of the plane that's crispy. Oh, see, that's what I was saying. It has a crispy edge. Center of the brownie will be those that are soft on all four sides. They are cut from the middle of the baking sheet. Okay. Oh, see, that's kind of what I was thinking it was. Like, that's what it sounded like. I would say, though, if that's the case, then I would probably pick the corner brownie because I like a little bit of that crispy edge, so you get the soft inside, but then there's a crunch right at the end. So I'm going to go, now that I understand that it was what I was thinking, that yes, the corner brownie sounds like a winner. Now I want one. Okay, let's take, I'll do like 5 more. So hang on, let me just see where I can, okay. Oh, and so I was right. So Martha Quinn's the pixie, right? With the brunette. So we got the same girl. All right, let's go on a like let's all go out together. Take it easy. Let's see. Cool, man. Yeah, me too. All right, so I see 1, 2. Okay. So, all right. So, yeah. So, don't put any more this versus that's in. I've looked and there's just enough to finish it off. Like Collector Movie Man, the last thing I see is Huck, I sent you an interview of Christopher Nolan. So, that's the bottom of our chats today. So, let's finish up and see. And yours too. Everybody, I'm digging it. We're all we like our little pixie girl. Nice. Leatherface versus Ash Williams. So we're talking Leatherface versus Ash from Evil Dead. I don't really care for Leatherface. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise is not one I often visit or care for. The character is quite terrifying, but I mean, you're also putting him against a badass like Ash, with the boomstick and all the Evil Dead movies. is filled with personality. So if we're doing just the characters, I mean, it's Bruce Campbell. And if it's Bruce Campbell against anybody except for maybe Tim Curry, Bruce Campbell's going to win. So there you go. Let's go Ash. Okay, Rear Window. Are you also picking? Hey, what's up, B? Be yourself. Yeah, Rear Window. Yeah, totally. I mean, easy. Just a masterpiece. Rear Window. Neither. I'm not sure what that one's for, because now that we're down, sometimes I don't know what you guys are responding to. I still Disturbia first, but for Rear Window. Yeah. See, there you go. Last Man on Earth is Vincent. Oh, okay. What's the? Oh, I'm thinking of The Man Who Fell to Earth. I run into the same problem though. I haven't seen that Vincent Price one either, but I do love Vincent Price, so I cannot argue with you. Be yourself when you say that anything with Vincent Price wins. So, you know, what was it up against now? So my brain's like, gone. Oh, against I Am Legend. Yeah, you know what? And I Am Legend was just okay. That's the Will Smith one, right? The I Am Legend, right? So I could see, like, I haven't seen it, but I do love Vincent Price. So, and being that I Am Legend was a fine film, if that one's really good, I could see Vincent taking the win on that. Terminator poster versus Cobra poster. Oh, dude, look, I and thank you for that's interesting. I like that you went poster, not movie. That's excellent. That is an excellent battle here, because the Cobra poster, it's like the red background, he's got the matchstick in his mouth and all that, and the Terminator, the one I'm going with, is just the one with the leather jacket. You see, you know, good cut of his ripped chest, you know, and he's got the shades on, and then the gun up by the side, and then the one eye, I think, is glowing through the glasses. You got the Terminator logo. That poster has always been one of my favorites. I love that original Terminator poster. Like, I'm sad that it's not on a lot of the releases. You know, when you see some of the releases, it's got like Schwarzenegger hunched over after he just teleports. I'm like, that's the cover of the Terminator. You know, that original poster is one of my favorite. That and like Blade Runner, that original Blade Runner poster. Those are some of my favorite posters of all time. I have those too. I have original posters of Blade Runner and Terminator. So hands down, as cool as the Cobra might be, that Terminator poster, chef's kiss. Terminator's kiss. All right. Have an awesome day too, buddy. Appreciate you. Cool. I'll be looking for that. You're the man. Thank you, man. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for letting me out of here. Yeah, we got to call it right now. Oh, and I must have missed that. All right, so we'll end it right here. The last one is Laurie Strode versus Sidney Prescott. Those are good. Those are good final girls. Laurie Strode versus, I mean, I love the Scream franchise, but gosh, against Laurie Strode. See, it's hard to not pick the queen, right? Because she starts it all, really. Like, as much as I love Sidney Prescott, I mean, you know, and in fact, I kind of prefer the Scream franchise over Halloween. But, you know, just to respect Jamie Lee Curtis and what she's given the world of Final Girls, oh, yeah, you got to go Laurie Strode, right? I mean, I love Sidney Prescott, but we're going to pick Laurie Strode. All right, so we're going to end it with that, y'all. I've got to cut out. Keep this one for next time. Shrimp fried rice and chicken fried rice. I'll just go chicken fried rice. There you go. Love them both, but I'll take some chicken fried rice right here, right now. But that is it, y'all. That is going to bring us to the end of another Morning Mug. Thanks for everybody that was able to make it. Fish, you managed to squeeze in some time, and some guys I haven't seen in a while. Thanks for being here. Be yourself. Good to see you here too. Yeah, it's some new faces here. But yeah, thanks for coming in and checking out the Morning Mug. I appreciate it. Every single Tuesday, we do this every week, y'all. So if you dig these, if you dig the this versus that, how we end our show, those are a lot of fun. Thanks for providing those. You guys come up with some clever ones. Dig those. But that is going to do it for today, y'all. So thank you so much for being here. And until next time, we will catch you guys later. Bob, if you will, roll it for my members. Thank you to all my Cafe members for their support. And if you'd like to be a Cafe member to help support the channel, please consider hitting that join button now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming by and sharing your time with me. So until next time, be safe, be kind. We'll see you on the next one.